Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I am introducing you all a little differently tonight. I have a brand new intro my cousin did for us. So, without further ado, brand new intro for the energy that surrounds us. Welcome to an exciting episode of The Energy That Surrounds Us. As I mentioned before, that was our brand new intro done by my cousin Tyler. Awesome job. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And with that being said, I have an awesome special guest tonight who is going to help us talk about an upcoming paranormal event that is unlike any other event. So without further ado, I give you Howard Pitre.
What's going on, Michael? How you doing? Thank you for inviting me on to your show tonight.
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm living. I'm alive. That's the good thing. Jackie's
That
working
is.
me to death, though. That's the bad part. Yeah, Emmy. I see Emmy in the comments snooping around over there. She's something. That woman is. Oh Lord. Um, but she's been working with me on this for a little bit, and I appreciate all the help she's giving us. Also, we've been working on this. Appreciate your help trying to get this festival kicked up and get it running. So yeah,
She's
it's
welcome to come
going to
on.
be a big. Oh, let's see if I can send it. You want to come on, Emmy? Emmy! The girl is crazy. Let's see. Let's see if I can send it to her.
Hey, Nikki, our friend from Australia. We love you too. We thank you for your support. Oh, she says, Howard, she says, oh no, this is your time to shine.
Yeah. Come on, Emmy. I just sent you the link.
You can come in, Emmy.
She don't mind. She
More the
loves it.
merrier.
She loves it. She ain't gonna say she doesn't. Oh, by the way, Emmy's gonna be having her show. We brought her over to Paralanx, and she's gonna be doing the Wee Woo show that she does on YouTube on Paralanx One, yeah, during the daytime, and it's an awesome show. They give away all kinds of stuff on that show. They give away Starbucks gift cards, They give away Amazon gift cards and stuff like. I mean, it's nonstop. I mean, they just constantly doing something. And then the better they're showing it, and hopefully, we can get our viewers to watch it and chime in, and maybe they can win them a gift card or something, get them some Starbucks coffee or something. So
I'll definitely be tuning in.
see,
That's
there it
fine. I
is.
mean, we got an hour, so you're good. You just let us know when you're up, and we can bring you in.
Yeah. To get back to about the FearFest thing, we got a pretty good lineup, especially with the people that we have coming in. Um, we have, let's see, we have, of course, you. Uh, Michael's going to be there. He's going to be speaking. Um,
My first
we're going
one
to have
ever.
Keith and yeah, Keith and Carl Johnson will be there. They're demonologists, world renowned. Matter of fact, they both were in the. Well, Carl actually investigated the Conjuring home. He was the very first person in, and then they brought in Ed and Lorraine Warren. So if you ever seen the movie The Conjuring, imagine Carl Johnson being in there first, and he was the first one in there. We're gonna have let's see, Scott Wilson. He's gonna be MC, master. Hey, that's my sister-in-law. Hey, girl, love you. Let's see, we're gonna have. Let's see. Scotty Wilson, he's the master of ceremonies. He does paranormal jackass. Heck of a guy. I love him. We're going to have Shannon. Her name is Velma von Zinkenstein. Her name is Shannon Michelle Collins. She's a model, cosplay, but she's also a scriber. She actually writes automatic writer, which is very rare in this field. So we're going to bring her in. We're going to have Papa Czar. He is a actual vampire. So he does drink blood and stuff like that, but it's not like going around just grabbing somebody uh, off the street and just sucking the blood out of them. Then we're going to have, and he's also a voodoo priest. So that's very interesting. We're going to have Mr. Brian Laverty. He's going to be in there from Parapost Center, Parapost Network. He's going to come in and talk about his network, and he's also going to be talking about the global ghost hunt. And that's some of the guys I'm getting ready to talk about. We're going to have Miss Shannon Rogers. Miss Shannon Rogers is going to be there. So that'll be an awesome. She's actually done the very first season of A Ghost Ruined My Life. Very first season. That's Papa Czar right there. We're going to have Ernie and Denise Pack coming in. Pac-Man Paranormal. Awesome people. Awesome. I love them. That they're family. We're going to have Stephen and Crystal Woodard. Hopefully, he was the actual founder of Paralanx Network. Then we're going to have Miss Beth Allen. She's going to be having a psychic gallery along with Miss Anne Shin. She's also doing a psychic gallery. Let's see. Then we're going to have Mr. John Azuna. Mr. John Azuna holds 2 Guinness Book of World Records. One is for fastest punches under a minute, and then he's also done most strikes under a minute with the punches. So he holds 2 world records. He's done movies such as Ant-Man and Wasp, Venom, the Matrix series, and the list keeps going on and on and on with him. When you went back, you had Mr. Drew Varick. Drew Varick played, he's 42 inches tall, believe it or not. And that's Mr. John Azuna. He's 42 inches tall, and he's played in such movies or shows as American Horror Story. He played in that Freak Show, and then he played in Cirque du Freak, the Vampire's Assistant. We also have Mr. Rob Mello coming in. He played in Happy Death Day 1 and 2. Matter of fact, he's got a movie out right now. That's Robert. He's also We Have a Ghost. That's on Netflix right now. If you type it in, you can find that. We Have a Ghost and Fear of the Walking Dead. Then one of our bigger people coming in is Mr. Paul Taylor. Mr. Taylor has actually done. He is. If you ever, and this is going back ways, people. If you ever saw Hellraiser, he is Pinhead. Pinhead will be here. Now we are working on some other ones to come in. We are working on the guy who played. I can't think his name. I have it somewhere written down, but he actually played on Friday the 13th. He played Jason Voorhees. He did play Jason Voorhees, and then we're in talks with the guy who actually played Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1 and 2 originals. And then Robert Mello is actually talking to Robert Englund, who played Freddy Krueger. So he's hopefully going to be here, Mr. Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger himself. And then I sent out an email to 2 other people to see if they will be interested in it. One is Cassandra Peterson. Cassandra actually played Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. So we're talking to Miss Peterson, and we're also talking to Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell's done such movies as the Evil Dead movies. He's done Bubba Hotep. He's done all these. Yeah, he's been in a lot of movies and stuff. So we're talking to him and see if we can get him down here, do some autographing and stuff. Then we have concerts at night. We're going to have 2 bands, 2 local bands, and our featured band is actually Ghost Addict. That's with I can't think of his name, but anyway, they're powerful. That's a badass band that they're playing. And they're going to be playing for 2 nights. That's going to be for Friday night and Saturday night. We're going to have workshops for children, which I'm trying to get Emmy to do. Emmy's going to be handling the workshops for me. We have to come up with something, some kind of thing where we could teach. This is going to be a family friendly event. Okay. A lot of these places, they don't want to bring in children. I want children to come in. But she's going to teach children that they don't have to be afraid of the dark. That thing that's underneath the bed or that thing that's in the closet, it doesn't necessarily be an evil or bad thing. It could be a good thing. It could be something could be enlightenment for them. So we're going to teach them that, do that. And then we're looking into doing some venues, some haunted locations, where depending on the package, it's going to be different packages on that. That you can go on a real paranormal investigation with real paranormal investigators using real equipment. And depending on the location itself. Hey, Denise, just talked about you, girl. You should be in bed, woman. You should be in bed. Taking care of your
coming
husband.
on the show.
She should be in bed. That's what she should be in. She should be in bed. Unless Ernie's already out. She's just playing around. I don't know. See, I am in bed. See, that's what I'm saying. Take care of your man. He works hard for you. I love Denise and Ernie so much. I mean, they're great. Every time Denise will call me up in the middle of the week, just make Ernie call me to check on me. Just to check on me. And it's like she's got this vibe on me. She's got me locked down. So, yeah. It's just one of those things.
Yeah. So
yeah, we have that going on.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, because some people may be thinking, why, support this event over other events. And so I wanted to give you a little bit of time to talk about the main foundation that's hosting this event to help give people incentive to want to attend.
Okay, yeah. The main foundation that's doing this is the Jessica Marie Pitre Foundation. It's a foundation. It's I created, and it's in my daughter's memory. We're a 501c3 nonprofit, which means that our books are open. You can see what we're doing. Nothing to hide. What we're doing. Why we're doing this. To get back to why we're doing this. It's to support nonprofits in that in the United States. Period. Some national, some local. We reached out to different nonprofits such as the American Blood Center, the Blood Center. You come in, you donate blood, and you get a discount at the door. And then we're also having the SPCA. They're going to be coming in. They're going to be doing fur baby adoptions and taking donations for them. We're also going to be having, I'm working with Pregnancy Crisis Center. So we're going to have the Pregnancy Crisis Center come in, and that's an organization. They actually have a place and everything where they set up where they take in pregnant mothers, try to educate them on different things like nursing and different programs that they have. Plus, they also provide clothes, baby beds, food, anything that an infant would need and a mother would need to stay healthy. So, which is a great organization, almost mirrored after us a little bit. But we go on the mental illness side of everything on our organization. Going back to ours is more on the lines of we help women who are suffering from perinatal, prenatal, postpartum depression, and mental illnesses. We have a bunch of programs we want to implement. Everything from one-on-one counseling, group therapy, all the way up to light impact aerobics. And I've had a lot of people question me about the light impact aerobics part. And that is it's not, okay, the best way to put it, I'm 55 years old. And a woman looks in the mirror after they have a baby and they have all that excess baby fat, from the carrying their child and everything. And they'll just look in the mirror and they go, ew. And like I said, I'm 55 years old and I look in the mirror and I go, ew. So I sympathize with these women. So I feel bad for them. So I say, you know what, we need to do something for them about that. And it's not to help them lose weight. Okay. What it is, it's actually get them moving after they have their baby. And 90, I think it's 98% of women will go through postpartum depression. It's a real thing. And it's the number one killer in women. That which shocked me. I did not know this. What it does, a lot of people call it the baby blues. And what they usually do to fix that is they throw a lot of medications at women, antidepressants and this and that. I mean, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. It does, but it doesn't. Light impact aerobics, actually, when you start moving and you start sweating, one thing you're going to do is start losing that baby, all that stuff, all of what you gained from when you was pregnant. But while you're doing that, your body's actually giving up endorphins, and which is that feel good stuff. And what we're trying to do is let the body heal itself rather than just throwing a bunch of pills at someone. So I think that's the best thing to do. And I've looked into it and done a lot of research on that. And this is you won't have to take as much medication as what you would if you just sat at home and watched, I don't know, Friends or whatever, whatever programs you might like at the time. But just to get you off your butt and move around. Dr. Phil, yeah. So
hopefully you're not watching reality TV.
Yeah, Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer reruns.
So another thing I wanted to point out to people when they're buying their tickets or signing up to be vendors is, I believe I read, and correct me if I'm wrong, Howard, the proceeds are 100% being donated.
Yes, 100% of all the proceeds are going to nonprofits. Everything. We're not making a dime on this. We're just paying out of the proceeds. We're going to pay for the, whatever we had to pay for the building, to get everything set up, the permits and everything that we have to pay for, and which is I'm paying for out of my pocket right now to get this thing going, and which I don't want to, but I want y'all to pay for this. This is going to be for charity. It's all charity. When you purchase that ticket, you're not purchasing it in. I'm not going to go out and since we're hosting the event, I'm not going to go out and buy me a new fishing boat. All this is all going to charity. And like I said, we're a 501c3 nonprofit, and our books are open. You'll see where we give that money back to the community. And we're giving that back to other nonprofits.
All right. Well, thank you,
So
Howard. And
that's what that's all about.
we have a new face on the show. Might want to unmute yourself. There you go.
Oh, do I have to?
You're
I
on
don't even
now.
have any makeup on. I have nothing on. I got a little sun today. Hi, my name is
What happened
Emmy.
to
I'm
your
with
head?
PDX Paranormal. I'm Howard's other evil twin.
I like the backdrop, though.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So what do you
All
guys
right.
want to know?
Well, why don't you
I don't think you've ever met me, huh?
introduce yourself?
Howard, you put me on the spot.
The
Well,
show
I'm-
you're bringing.
Oh, so my husband and I do. So on my channel, I do paranormal stuff on my channel, hence the PDX Paranormal. On his channel, he's a variety channel. His is JMac Oregon, but we do what's called the Wee Woo Show in the morning. It's a Wee Woo crew, and I mean, it sounds silly, but we're both monetized on
Awesome.
YouTube, and so we like to bring the positivity. And you don't have to pay to be a member on our. Anybody is welcome to play the games. We have the money we get donated to us actually goes back into the community. We buy coffee cards, and people just come there to have fun when we're doing like the races, and on Wednesdays we do what's Wee Woo Wednesday, where we give away like $25 Amazon gift cards, sometimes 50, a couple times a year. And even Howard won one last year during was it the Christmas one or Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was. Christmas, yeah. We'd had everybody vote, did they want to do one giveaway or two, where we were going to give like 300 to one person, but everybody's like, split it up with two people, anybody who needed it and stuff like that. And so I call it the Will of Death. It's kind of morbid, but it's fun. We have fun doing it when I'm like, the Will of Death. And I have these sound effects where I'm like, if your name comes up, it's like this evil laugh. It's like, haha, you lose. And, and Howard ended up winning one, and he donated it all to his daughter's foundation. And then I even added extra money in there because I knew what it was going for. And we try to have fun. It's kind of a morbid but fun thing, and I don't know. It's a positive thing. It really is. And like I said, a lot of people, you have to be a paid member to like join a lot of this stuff. Here, it doesn't matter if you're paid or not. We'll even throw in our money too, just to help somebody out. Or, we've come together, help out anybody in the community. Like there's this single mother. She has 3 children and one on the way. The community came together and bought from her registry to help for her baby. She hasn't even opened the gifts yet because she wants to do it on live stream to thank everybody. But it's pretty big community. It's a variety of all of them coming together, and we all have one thing in common: is we want the positivity and stuff like that. We want to give back to the community. So that's what we do.
Well, that sounds like that'll be a great show to add to the network.
We've been doing it over a
Yeah,
year
that,
on just
matter of fact,
and if you like how women abuse their husbands, I do that to mine. No, no, it's all in fun and stuff.
I've seen things.
Aren't you glad Ernie isn't home with you?
Oh, Denise and Ernie are just having some fun in the chat with Howard.
Yeah,
But,
always.
So what has been your part with helping out with promoting and putting together FearFest New Orleans?
I try to promote it out there with my community because, you know, we all have different communities and stuff like that. Or I have a different fan base following and stuff. And so now I'm getting more into it where I'm putting backgrounds up behind mine, and I'm going to have, you know, Paralanx out there, Global Ghost Hunt, you know, just working like that. And what people Howard doesn't reach, I'll reach and stuff. And then a lot of mine are, you know, I guess word of mouth, because my friends we share it out all over and stuff on YouTube, Twitter,
Right.
and what places I'm not sharing out, Howard's sharing out. And of course, we all know everybody wants to go there just to meet me. I mean, they could care less about Howard. They just.
I'm not worried. They ain't got to meet me. I mean, that's fine. They go meet you. They can meet
No,
Michael.
I'm joking.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I just don't care.
You do care. Just stop saying you don't. You do. And I find this because I love to travel and I love to meet new people. And I think this is going to be a wonderful thing. And what Howard's been doing and putting this together, it's just going to get better, bigger and better every year. I really think so.
I'm also planning next year's event, so it's going to be big.
Ernie will be there. You need to offer a discount.
I did. Good Lord.
There was one for a while.
I'm taking him out. He's going to take him out to get biscuits. I'm taking him out to go get biscuits.
No, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm just going to do some biscuits.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Not only for it being my like first on stage guest speaking like presentation, but I'm also, I gotta say, looking forward to hanging out with everybody in the green room and getting to know people, because there's a lot of people I'm like friends with on Facebook, like Ernie and Denise, who I haven't met yet in person or had on the show. And I'm like, this is a really cool opportunity way of hanging out with them. Yeah. And, you know, if Courtney decides to come, you know, there's always that one too. But, you know, just to hang out with everyone and just have some fun, and may go out and do some investigating.
Yes. Yeah. And see, I don't think I've actually formally been introduced to you because Howard's rude and doesn't introduce people. So, hi, my name is Emmy. Where's my camera? Nice to meet you.
Well, actually, it's my show, so he wouldn't introduce you. That's why I gave you.
Well, he should be like, hey, this is Emmy. But yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Howard's just rude anyways. I'm trying to throw him under the bus. Just let me do that, okay?
Throw me.
You know, you want to throw Howard under the bus? I'm still waiting to see when Howard gets out from under the bus.
Oh, shit. Snap. You're right. Yeah, he is under that.
She does. Jackie doesn't cut me down to break one. I'm going to tell you that now. That woman works the hell out of me. I just got out of the hospital, and I had a blood clot that passed through my brain. A lot of y'all already know that. Some of y'all might not. And I was out of the hospital not even an hour, and the battery in the car was bad. And the doctor specifically told me, he said, go home and just get in bed and don't go, just rest. That I could do that. I get home, I bring in my own suitcase and everything. I'm walking in, Jackie was in the kitchen. She goes, oh, the car battery's still broken.
Oh, no, but you had to drive yourself home from the hospital, remember?
No. I drove myself. My brother came and picked me up because they wouldn't let me drive. They said, that's what they do. The hospital, they have to have someone pick you up. So that was fine with that. Now, when I came home, Jackie said, the battery's bad. So I had to go pick up a brand new battery, take the old one out, put the new one in, and then drive it and see if it was okay and all that stuff. Make sure it started up and everything, and did all that. And the temperature at that time was 114 with the heat, and it was the heat index of 114. It was like 98 degrees outside. And I'm out there and I was soaking wet. And then this is less than an hour after I got out of the hospital. And ever since then, Jackie's been working the hell out of me. the grass needs to be cut, Howard. We have grandbabies coming over, Howard. So, how are you? Yeah, I am. I am complaining again. My wife works the dog crap out of me. I mean, that woman is. That's why you hear me yelling, Jackie, Jackie, because she doesn't do nothing. I mean,
Matt, you should be up on the show.
FearFest. That's actually coming in a couple of weeks after FearFest, and we're going to do a global ghost hunt here in New Orleans. So we have helping Parapost out with that. So, yep, that's what we're going to be doing. But this is Emmy's. Emmy's was just basically exclusively where her shows were on YouTube. We was on YouTube. I don't think I've never seen it on any of. She is actually. This is going to be her first time. That show is going to be on Facebook. Get that Facebook crowd, and it's during the day. So this will be an awesome event. I think an awesome program. I love it. I do, and I love J-Mac. J-Mac is God. J-Mac. I miss J-Mac. I do. I even talked to him the other night. I told him, I miss J-Mac. Yep. And I just seen him walking around with his robe open.
These past few months, we've all just. Howard was sick. I had emergency gallbladder surgery, and then I got the other thing. I was sick there, and for like 2 months, we just could not get any of our lives back together. It was just one right after another. But yeah, I'm trying to get Jay to come and meet everybody too during FearFest. My
Will he have his robe open or closed? Will he have his robe open or closed?
For you, open. Isn't that how you want it?
That's
don't ask that question. You know the answer to that question.
No, but yeah, we've just been basically just YouTube and stuff. So you shred us out. Thank you, Matt, for shredding us. Oh, okay. Never mind. He meant shared. Shredding sounded better.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking he was on the ski slopes.
Right?
It's like anybody could share, but not everybody could shred.
Right?
About the show.
That's my thoughts. That's how I was thinking it. That was like really cool being shredded out. Shredded like grated cheese. Shredded it. Or no, shredded like lettuce, I guess. We're just, I don't even know where we're going with this. But yeah. Howard, you're on somebody else's panel and you're texting other people.
I know. There's just look, this phone doesn't stop ringing all day long. Yeah. I'll get texts at night all day. I mean, it gets bad. All right, Miss Denise, did you give Ernie some lovins? Ernie needs lovins.
I can't get on Howard for that because I was talking to Matt about getting on the show.
And Matt's probably messaging him right now.
I'm supposed to be. I think Matt's doing the show tomorrow night. He was talking about it, and I think we're going to be on his show tomorrow night, if I'm not mistaken. So that'll be fun too.
That'll be a fun one.
Well, this is a fun one. They're all fun. I love doing this.
Oh yeah.
It just gets to the point where it's just too much right now. I mean, I'm going through a lot. Still going through a lot with my health. Still going through a lot with the FearFest stuff. Hey, Shannon. That's the beautiful Shannon Rogers.
I was going to say, it's silly. Last night, my husband and I went to bed. Yes, we went to bed, but we were watching. And guess what show popped up? That was the first time I ever seen the one with Shannon. Like,
Jackie. Jackie saw
that ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes through my life.
Jackie was crying. Jackie was crying. Made me call Shannon up. I had to get Shannon on the phone and talk to her so Jackie could talk to Shannon, make sure she was okay and everything. I mean, she was a mess. I mean, Jackie was a freaking mess watching this show. And I'm like, geez, let the woman be. I mean, it's her, but yeah, that was an amazing story.
It was.
That happened to her.
when
She's a
I
really
heard the
cool
name,
friend,
I was
man.
like,
Wow.
I know her. I'm like, oh my God. And so yeah, me and my husband had to sit there and watch it together. I'm sorry.
It was a
You
good
know,
show.
someday I'll get that adoration.
I bet.
Was
And I was able to see the difference of you too from then to now. And it was, yeah, it tears at your heart.
and
So,
she'll be at
Yeah.
FearFest, and you can come, you can talk to her and everything else. She's got to come down. I mean, she has to come because she's got to get her freaking Spanish moss, and then we got to go pull that shit out of the cemetery. So make her tar water. So yeah, she's got to come. We'll get a couple garbage bags for that stuff. So yeah,
that's right.
she loves that.
I love
She
how
makes
you're
that stuff.
incentive. You can tell we're paranormal people because when you say the incentive is to go into a cemetery to get something, and we're like, yes.
Yep.
Where everybody else is like, why are you going to a cemetery? It's like, because that's where we like to go.
Yeah. It's peaceful there. She's
Yep.
like, plan on it. Of course. Yeah, I can't wait to meet her too.
Yeah, she's
Do like a
awesome.
Thursday night. Do that Thursday night. We go to the cemetery on Thursday. 1 or 2
She
o'clock
is
in the
fun
morning.
to investigate with if you ever get the chance.
So, Michael,
Oh,
where do
everybody.
you live?
I
What state?
actually live near Dallas in Texas.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I think I'm like 7 hours from FearFest.
Oh, okay. Are you driving or are you
Not that bad.
flying?
Oh, I'll be driving in.
Oh,
It's like 7. Well, it's
Okay.
about a 6-hour trip from Shreveport down to here. About 6.5 hours, and then I think it's about an hour from Shreveport to Dallas, if I'm not mistaken. About an hour or so. It's not that very long of a drive.
Howard, that's if you're driving in a rocket.
Well,
Dallas
how else you gonna drive?
to Shreveport is 3 hours.
I
Maybe
do it about an
three
hour and a half. I do about 85. That's to slow it down. Jackie's in the back seat screaming at me, and I just go faster.
I'm trying in my head to think, how can you make a 3.5 hour trip in 1 hour? Wow. Yeah, Shannon's
I'll peg it out about 90, 95. That's what I usually get on the interstate. I'm just haul ass. I just go.
Yeah. The cool thing is yeah, Shannon's in Fort Worth, but she's like an hour from me. So we go and investigate every once in a while, which Shannon, we're about due for an investigation.
nice. So you guys have
Who
met
else
up
I know that lives
together
up
and
there
stuff.
in that area?
What, Howard?
There's someone else that lives up there. I'm trying to remember who does.
Anthony lives out that way.
Paul
Oh.
Taylor, the guy at Pinhead. Pinhead lives
Oh, really?
out that between y'all. Yeah, he lives out there in Fort Worth area, I believe. Fort Worth, Dallas area.
Oh.
Yep.
All right, Shannon, I can respect that.
He might be passing by his house every day. Don't even know it. We do private stuff. We could do some private stuff, Shannon. It'd be all right.
So
that woman's gonna kick my ass when we see it.
she is. But Howard, so what was the spark that ignited that made you want to put this event on?
Stephen got to the point where he just wanted to retire. Courtney retired. Stephen and Crystal retired. They still do a lot of stuff. They still help out a lot. But they just tired of it. They just want someone else to take the reins for a little while, and that's what Chrissy and I do. We're just taking the reins for right now. I mean, when they're ready to come back, I mean, they can have it. It's theirs. They created this. But we're just here. We just help trying to get this thing, keep it going, keeping the channels alive, keeping everything running and functioning the right way, bringing in new shows and stuff like that. And that's basically what that's the brainchild. Stephen wants he wanted to have one every year in different cities. And I said, okay, how about New Orleans? And he said, okay. And then, but this has never been done here before. This type of event, this type of festival has never been a paranormal festival for paranormal investigators and enthusiasts. And what is a paranormal? Anything that's not normal. So it's cryptics, it's UFOs, it's psychics, it's investigators, it's everything. I'm trying to give a lanyard of everybody, of everything that we have out there that's paranormal. I'm trying to put it out there. And that's what I'm trying to present everyone. They have one thing that's called the Rougarou Festival that's in Houma, Louisiana. And they do, this year they're predicting about 30,000 people that will attend that event. And that's a 2-day event. We're predicting, because this is our first time, and this is the first time it's ever been done, we're predicting 5 to 35,000. So we don't know. We can't project them numbers as of yet. We've never done one before. So this year will be, like I said, the soft launch. And then every year it's just going to get bigger and bigger. So next year we plan on doing, instead of having music at night, we plan on doing almost like a jazz fest type thing. We're going to have live bands playing all day long, all evening. And then inside, inside the buildings, we'll have our vendors and guest speakers and panels and all that stuff going on inside.
You're also going to bring a children's workshop, a paranormal workshop for kids. So, to teach them, it's not to be, you don't have to be afraid of what's going on. And, oh, gosh, you trip me out. And so Howard and I think Ernie thought of that, or somebody did. And I said I would help be on there with them and stuff to do that, help educate the children. Because I don't know how you guys are. I'm 21, again, reliving it. And, back in the day, stuff like
and
that.
And it's your birthday, too, isn't it?
It is my birthday, yes.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you. Look at Howard with that shitty grin. I mean, I'll just say, we've grown up in the 70s and stuff like that, and people, or even to this day, it's like, oh, that's just an imaginary friend, you're not really talking to anybody. But a lot of times, you want to listen to those children. You want to be open-minded with them too, because don't let them be afraid of what's out there, and don't let them be afraid to speak their mind, and let them know what's going on. Because the way I look at it, everybody, and I do mean this, everyone is born with the gifts and the abilities. It's just when you start hitting that certain point in life, everybody's telling you that's wrong. You don't have them, so it tends to, you forget about it. And, I'd hate to see.
But to be honest with you, if you think about it, a lot of paranormal investigators, they have their very first experience when they're young. I've had my first experience when I was 5, paranormal experience. It's Michael too. So this is teaching our future paranormal investigators something.
Yeah. Yep. And I think it would be, and every year's just going to get better and better too with that,
Like Emily said, she said everybody's born with some type of gift. I'm born with the gift of, I know when I'm hungry and I know where the refrigerator is at. That's my gift. I can go get something to eat.
Actually, Howard, I was going to say the gift is for you.
But yeah, we just don't want them to be afraid, and
yeah.
Like the other night, I had a show we were talking about. That was one of the things on there too, because sometimes the kids, because their parents had told them that's not happening, and so there's that lack of communication. And you would have to watch my show from the other night, but it was a big thing we were talking about. And one of the ladies that was on there, because they never talked about it when her daughter was younger. So, they're kind of afraid of it. It was a crazy thing. So that makes me even more, to where I want to push that. And I think it's a brilliant idea.
I agree
Even though,
because just to piggyback on that, like for me, being two, it's like, who do you talk to about it? Because society will tell you you're crazy. You want to fit in, you want to have friends, and it's like you sit there and you'll tell yourself, no, that didn't happen. Nope. And that's what's wrong is because we have all these supports for all these different things as adults, but we forget about the children.
yes. Yep. Yep.
True. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do those workshops and do that. And I think Emmy's taking the lead on that. So
Yeah.
Well, thank you for doing
maybe
that.
It was all Howard's idea.
Emmy volunteered to do
think
it.
it's right. If I wasn't so passionate about it, I'd probably be like, yeah, but no, I agree with him 100% on that. And I hope a lot of other, parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, will see how this will work. And, don't hide this stuff from the children. I don't think you should.
Well,
Now you can bring Howard back up.
Well, I think one thing I'd like to add too is beyond, helping the kids with it, is we also need to help the parents feel more comfortable with it too, because a lot of parents will shut it down because they're afraid to talk about it. And so if I think that's one of the big things that as paranormal investigators that we're doing is to help make this more quote unquote mainstream so that more adults are willing to talk about it, so the kids will be willing to talk about it. So it's
welcome back, Shannon. It's a learning thing for all of us every day. It's still a learning thing. Nobody's ever going to master it, because something new is going to come up and you're just going to keep learning.
Yeah. And the one thing I always like to share with everyone when they get into the paranormal field, whether you've been in it for 1 day or 30 years or 3 months, there are no experts. So we're all on the same level playing field. So there is no right and wrong answer right now. Although I will say there are better ways of getting stuff, but that all comes down to personal.
And I also want to say that we are bringing in at this event. You'll be able to see Ecto 1 Ghostbusters. That's going to be there. You can take pictures with Ecto 1. You can get stuff like that. So I think the kids like that.
It?
Actually, I rode in it already for my wedding day. Yeah, we was actually driven around in it with the sirens and everything going on. Oh, it was awesome.
I'll be honest. That would be a culmination. I could retire from the paranormal field, riding around in Ecto 1, sirens going.
There was like we was driving and people were like, "What the hell?" Like, yeah, we just got married, me and Jackie. God help me. Help me. I was just screaming out.
See, I agree, Wild Bill.
Blink twice. No.
Yeah.
I was with Jackie for 8 years. We finally, she even said it,
That's it.
She even told me, she said, "Howard, are you sure you want to do this?"
Hey, Reggie, I've been with J-Mac 30 plus years. This year we'll actually be married 26 years.
Shannon, I just sent you something. Wow. Damn, girl.
You
She needs to
sent
come
me
in and tell
something?
us your story. Shannon
Shannon.
needs
Oh,
to come in and tell her story what she saw. Last week, my son, he came into the bedroom about 1 a.m. I was watching TV. I only get a few hours of sleep a night anyway. And he said, "Dad," I said, "What?" He said, "Jessica was standing up in my doorway. She was just staring at me. And then she just walked off." And I said, "Yeah, where did she walk towards her bedroom?" And I said, "Okay." And she's just checking in on you. You know, that she loved her
Yeah.
brother unconditionally. And uh, I believe that's why she's still here with us. She's crossing that veil, coming back and forth, just
right.
checking her brother. And I keep telling her she needs to go. She needs to go and find peace. She needs to be progressed. And every time I do that, something breaks in the house. Something breaks in the house. I kid you not.
Wow.
Stove, brand new stove. Two of the elements went. I had to wind up changing 2 elements in the stove, refrigerator, wash machine. I had to go out and buy a brand new wash machine. Air conditioner was not even in the house 8 months. Brand new central heat, air conditioning, central air conditioning, and it just a part went out, and the guy even came out and checked. He said, "I've never seen this before. It just burned up. Never seen this before. These don't burn up." He showed me. These, can I have it? I said, "Yeah, you can have it." I've had
It
all
ain't
You
gonna
kind of
know,
help you
craziness
any.
happen in this house.
yeah.
Oh,
One
just
thing you
give me some
might
Kool-Aid.
consider, Howard, is it may not be that she's stuck over here. It may just be that she's like a guardian for him and just
That's what I think it is.
making him known and saying, it's okay. And that's it. She doesn't need to stick around for more. It's like enough said.
I got pictures of me doing a live, just like this, doing a live, and on this side right here, I had an apparition form. When I'm doing a podcast, I mean, it just formed out of nothing. People was just like, it was freaking out. "Yeah, put a hat on, woman. You're all right. You hot when you're sexy, and you're sexy when you're all sweaty and stuff." But yeah, it formed up right there behind me, and I didn't know what was going on. People were telling me, "There's something behind you. How was there something behind you?" I'm like, and I'm just playing around, just joking. And matter of fact, I was playing with the new product I got from Jesse Stewart. He sent me a Jacob's ladder with a built-in EMF pump, and I was
Really?
playing with it. Yeah, and it's one of his first. It is the first one he made, and he said, "Try it out," and I tried it out, and there you go. This thing shows up down for audio only.
So, Howard, one thing I want to share with everyone that you'll probably be able to answer better is what are some of the topics like the speakers are bringing? Because I know there's a variety. Because you and I have talked
It's going to be a
about it.
variety. It's going to be a variety of things. Uh, I think we discussed you want to talk about podcasting and for the paranormal field and stuff like that. I believe that's what you're going to be doing. They're going to have like I said, different people going to come in and talk about themselves, like Ernie and Denise Pack, Pac-Man Paranormal. I believe they're going to be coming in. They're going to be talking about Fort Duffield in Virginia.
And Carl
Uh,
Johnson and them talk about demonology, right?
Demonology and stuff. Yes. Matter of fact, I have Dana Holyfield coming in. Um, her grandfather was the first person that actually got physical photo evidence and video of the Honey Island Swamp Monster. A lot of people don't know about the Honey Island Swamp Monster, but it's like a Bigfoot down here. Thing is, this thing has claws instead of just a pad, so it's hybrid. Uh, and he's got, and she actually has the original tracks of this thing. Her grandfather made from the plaster castings and everything. And I think she's also a cook, so she's gonna sell some cookbooks. She's gonna talk about that with about the Honey Island Swamp Monster, I believe. We're gonna have uh, Papa Czar come in. He's gonna talk about vampirism and voodoo in Louisiana. Also, we're gonna have people. We're gonna have actual voodoo priests and priestesses that will be there. And what they're going to be doing, if you want one, they'll do a voodoo blessing for you. A lot of people look at the voodoo religion and they kind of like, they don't, it's an evil thing. It's a bad thing. No, it's like any other religion. You have people that will talk negative. You in any religion, there is evil people and they do evil things. With this, we're doing it as what the voodoo religion really is about, which is light, love. It's just like any other religion. And I think it's a beautiful religion because of the designs that they actually create in the ground and everything. They actually create these elaborate figures on the ground, designs, and it's all done in cornmeal, which is biodegradable. So everything's natural. It's all about the earth. It's all about practicing that the good end of everything. So that's the voodoo religion. They would have those people there doing those type of things. So there's a lot of things that's happening that I'm putting together and trying to get this thing where there's a lot of venues, a lot of things that we're doing, all these things that we're trying to combine into one venue. And it's just not one, having a Paracon is one thing. Having a panel is another thing, because we're going to have a panel. Having a music event is another thing. I mean, all these things, it's all coming into one thing. So it's multiple things I'm trying to put into one thing. So it's a lot of work. Our panel, we're going to have a panel discussion. Getting back to what you was asking about villains in horror genre, horror films. That's why we have Pinhead. We have the guy who was the murderer or whatever it was in Happy Death Day. We have Mr. Barrack that's going to be here. We're going to have hopefully the other people like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy. We're going to have Robert Mellon. We're going to have Freddy Krueger and whoever we also the twins. That's it. Another one we're working on is the twins from Walking Dead. That's it. The Walking Dead, and they also played in the Hunger Games. The two girls that actually did Walking Dead seasons 4 and 5, I believe. So they'll be here doing this thing. So I mean, we have a lot of people. We're bringing in a lot of talent. It's just getting people to come on board because it is a first time thing, and getting them to invest in this where they get a booth. I mean, for our vendors, I could bring in all the people in the world, but if I don't have nothing to offer these people, as in our vendors, then it's not going to go. So,
You got a storm coming in, Howard?
Has a question about it, they can get in touch with me. What's that?
I said, do you got a storm coming in? Because you were breaking up there for a while.
Yeah.
A storm.
Yeah, you have these thunderstorms that's coming in. The weather's very unstable right now for some reason. Yeah. It's hot. We're in the El Nino pattern right now. They even talk about hurricanes. It's going to be worse this year.
Yeah. So if you want, Howard, since we're getting close to the end of the hour, would you like me to play the ad that you sent me?
Sure. You can play that. And this is one of our promos that we have. Matter of fact, we're going to be getting ready to do. We're going to be doing radio shows. We're going to be doing it on television. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. So,
all right. I backed it up so we can all enjoy it.
All right. This is just for Facebook and YouTube. This video. Yeah.
So one thing I will say, Howard, is I loved in that ad. For sitting here talking about FearFest, and you had sun shining, bright colors, everything bright. And it's like, wait a minute, this doesn't match the subject title, which I thought was really clever.
Well, it is what I mean. That's New Orleans. That's Louisiana. I mean, we have the eerie side at night and stuff like that. The history of this, just in this area, is phenomenal. I mean, you go to these big places, sort of like Gettysburg Battlefield, and you go to, I'm not putting down Waverly Hills, or you go to Penhurst and all. That's just one location that you're dealing with. Okay, there might be a lot of activity, but there's just one location. And down here, you can walk out your front door and capture something. It's everywhere. It's in the air. You can actually feel the thickness in the air. You almost can smell it. That's how strong it is here. You can smell death. There's not a rock you can't kick that's not a story behind it. Everywhere is every house that you buy. I mean, it could be a brand new house on property that you built. Guess what? It's on property. There's something happened on that property at one time or another. So I mean, there's too much here. There's too much. You can go at multiple locations and find just about anything, which is
True,
crazy.
and
I mean,
New Orleans also, though, has the history of whenever the Gulf would flood, that before they figured out they had to put everyone in the mausoleums or in tombs, so to speak, that all the graves that were floated up, that were in the ground, raised up and were into the Gulf. And so, that's got to have some paranormal effect on the land and in the city, because I mean, I could just imagine.
I can tell you horror stories. I could tell you horror stories just from after Hurricane Katrina. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I could tell you horror stories. There was so many people that was dead that if you was wading through the city and you ran across a body, they asked you to just tie it up to a post or tie the body to something so it doesn't float out into the river and out into the Gulf. And it's like I helped a friend of mine. He wanted us to go to check on his grandmother, and she was in the lower ninth. And we went down there and we checked on her, and we couldn't get into the house at first because of the furniture. You got to remember, this flood was historically, I mean, it flooded over houses. It was over the roofs of houses. That's how bad it was.
Right.
In some places. And she was in one of those places where the furniture actually floated and blocked the doorway and stuff. I think we had a deep freezer that we couldn't get in right away. And we walked through the house and we seen the grandmother there, and we just had to get out, man. You got to get outside. You don't want to see your grandmother like this. And she's been there probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks. And she started decomposing because the Louisiana heat is not forgiving. She just started decomposing, and we had to actually cut the carpet around her and put her in the back of the pickup truck and bring it to the morgue. I mean, that's the only way he was able to transport people through pickup trucks and flatbed trailers and stuff. There was so many people. I've seen graves where that's why we have the mausoleums. The floodwaters would actually saturate the ground so much that the coffins would just pop up out of the ground. You'd see coffins floating all over the place. So you had to find these people and rebury them. Find out who they are. You didn't know. You just see a coffin with a body in it. So a lot of people nowadays, they actually put identifications inside the coffin. There's numbers and all kind of shit that they put inside of them just for that reason. something happens. They can put that person back and let them be back at rest. So it gets crazy.
Yeah, there are so many things we don't think about around everything, but with respect to you guys' time and everything, I am going to say, table this for now, and you never know, between now and September, I may be doing another episode promoting this event. And so the last thing I will leave you with is this event is September 29th through October 1st. It's a 3-day event. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. The video that I was playing with the guest had the links in it. The links were in the description. So you want to go get your tickets now, because once people start becoming more aware who's coming, those tickets are going to go fast, people. So don't sit and wait. And Howard has vendorship available, which you can get through Eventbrite as well.
If you're interested in getting a vendor, if you got questions, please. There's no application. A lot of these places want an application for vendorship. I don't have an application. It is what it is. It's a basic. You buy the vendorship, you get a booth, 10 by 10 booth, and you set it up the way, with the tablecloth, whatever, how you want to set it up. It's up to you. So that's basically the vendorship. We have a non-electrical, we have electrical, and we have corner booths available still.
So make sure you order the one you want.
Yeah. And if you'd like I say, if you have any questions, you see my name up there, Howard Pitre, just look me up on Facebook, send me a message, and I can try to answer all your questions that you possibly can have. We have for this thing, we have coffee company that's going to be there serving hot and cold coffees and frappes and all that junk. I don't drink that stuff. We have there's Creole Tomato, which makes exquisite Cajun food. They're going to be there serving Cajun food, selling Cajun food and stuff like that. We're going to be doing beignets and stuff like that for desserts, and you purchase those at the concession stands and all. But yeah, this is going to be a great event. We're all going to have fun. It's going to be a fun event. Like I said, it is family friendly. So bring your children. We encourage that. We want everyone to have a good time.
And don't forget, like he says, bring your children, because Emmy's going to be really bored at the children's center if there's no children there.
You can bring your grandparents too, and I'll teach them too. I'll teach anybody. But and mainly for the children and stuff.
And don't forget, we have the psychic galleries going on as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have psychic galleries.
Definitely something for everyone. So I want to thank Emmy for coming on. I know that was unplanned, so thank you for coming on last second.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. And I am so looking forward to your show coming out on the network. And
thank you.
I'll have to find your YouTube channel to watch it until then. Do you want to tell everyone what your YouTube is?
Okay, so my husband's YouTube is youtube.com/JMac Oregon. So JMACK OREGON. I had to think on that one. And then mine is youtube.com/PDX Paranormal. Just like how it is. Like, I think if I do this. Oh, no, it just shows his picture. But no, his is, or you just type in the search JMac Oregon, 2 different words, and it'll pull up his and stuff. And you can go back and rewatch some of the live streams we've already done.
Yeah, they're going to be on Paralanx one. Yeah, they're going to be on Paralanx one. And that's during the daytime. So I got to get the times from them exactly that way. And it's a 2-hour show. So, I was on it Monday I was. when they're watching my dinosaur when y'all had the races or whatever it was.
Yes, we were doing the races. Yeah, it was fun.
Man, I would have so loved to watch a dino race.
Yeah, we
all
have
kinds of
dino
stuff.
races, food races,
Clowns.
clowns. It's crazy. It's
Fun show. It is a
I,
fun show.
I'll drop Howard the link, and then he can forward you the link, so you can just even check out just the other days and stuff. So, but
Cool.
thank you
Well,
for having me up here.
welcome to the
I'm gonna
family.
thank you. I'm gonna drop down, and it was nice meeting you. And Howard, what can I say about you, man?
I don't know either, man.
Anyway, y'all
I'll
have a
talk
good
tomorrow.
night, and thanks again for having me. And I'll talk with you guys later. Bye.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Emmy. Love you.
And thank you, Howard, for coming on and sharing with us everything. And also, I'd like to take a moment just to say thank you for all you're doing for the Paralanx Network. It is so greatly appreciated, and I totally appreciate all the trust you have in me and giving me these opportunities. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, thank you for doing it. We appreciate it. That's for sure. I mean, uh, we love having everyone. Everybody's is a family uh, in our network. Um, we always encourage new families coming in. I'm working on someone actually to come in from the YouTube side. He explores abandoned buildings, and it's awesome the stuff that he has. I mean, uh, and of course, us being paranormal investigators, that's one of the things we look for. It's an abandoned building.
Right.
It's got to be haunted. Something's got to be there. We go investigate it. See if there's something there, and that's what he does. And he's got close to 35,000 viewership on his YouTube channel. So he's well known in the YouTube community. So yeah, he lives close by, so I'm trying to get him on this show. Also, we're gonna have another paranormal show where live they're gonna do filming, just like if you've seen these investigation shows on TV, Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures and stuff like that. How they go and do an investigation. We got a team that's actually is doing that, and they're gonna be doing broadcasts on our network. It's gonna be recordings, but it's gonna be their shows.
Cool. Talking about urban explorers, I have a channel that you should probably check out. Rooted Expeditions, I think it's called.
Okay.
I can get you their channel. They're a show that they either will go to a location that's abandoned, or they'll do a special like history of a location and give the story behind, and they do a lot of great research around it.
Sounds like something I would watch. Yeah, I'd like that kind of stuff. I mean, and we're going to be opening up our network to other stuff pretty soon. I think Parapost is doing it now, and they'll be sharing their shows over to us, and we're trying to share shows over to them. So we're trying to work with them. We're in partnership with them. So we're both benefiting from the YouTube side and from the Facebook side on both of this stuff.
Yeah,
it's going to be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah. I was talking with Brian on the show before on another episode, and I said, "Yeah, you're like our little sister company." He goes, "Sister company team? We're brother team, man. We're not sister."
Yeah, that's something. I mean, yeah, I love them to death. Brian's a character. He says I'm a character. I call him a character. We work with him. They work with
both
us.
are great to work with.
We just don't like the drama. We don't like the drama. We don't like all the BS that comes behind all this stuff. I mean, today I was watching a live from April Brissett, the Jersey Psychic. And she's been on the Hoosier Files and all these other places. And I know April real well. And I was kind of shocked. I just seen this freaking thing flew off the table. Did you hear it?
I heard it. I was kind of wondering what that was.
Well, something caught my eye just a while ago. And I looked, I said, I thought it was like a shadow. I said, okay, I might be seeing something. And now I look over towards the table, and this Tupperware bowl just flew off the table. It's a good 3 foot away from the table now. Just flew off the table. Like, oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, there's always something happening in this house. But,
maybe Jessica's saying hello.
yeah, she could be. I've had the kitchen table chairs pull out before. One of them faced me when I'm coming out, going to the kitchen to the refrigerator. I've gotten so used to it that I just go back and just push the chair back, or like that just happened. I said, "Yeah, okay." I'll just pick it up and just put it back where it belongs. So it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we're trying to do. And with April Brissette, she she was with, I think, with the Warren Legacy or something. I don't know. And man, she was like, she's evidently mad at them for something she dropped out of them, and it's just too much drama. And that's what we don't like. We don't like all the drama. We just lay back. We just do our thing. We don't get paid to do these shows. We don't do, it's on because we love doing it. And people got to remember that and give us a little respect out of that much, at least, anyway. And, like you, Michael, you're doing all this stuff and because you love doing it. You love working, and you love the paranormal. You love your podcasts, your podcasts and stuff. So, I mean, that's why we do this, because we love doing it. And why create drama in doing all this when you don't need to? Just work together. If you don't want to do it, just drop out. If somebody's doing something to piss you off, well, then talk to them. Be an adult.
Yeah, it's like my mom would say, put all the cards on the table and let them lie where they lie, and that's that. You don't need to be going and getting so-and-so involved and so-and-so involved. And it's like, if you really had the beef, you don't need other people to gang up with you. You should be able to say your piece by yourself and be done with it.
Exactly. But it is what it is. I mean, they try to drag us into it, our network, and just don't respond. You're not going to go for that.
Yeah, and talking about labor of love is that video that I was showing that had the guest speakers and the links and some of the tidbits for FearFest. That was all I put together from what you sent me.
Appreciate that. It looked good.
Well,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is all our labor of love. This is all because we love doing what we do. And we would love everybody who watches our shows. I mean, I try to give everybody as much respect as possible. You just some people are just buttheads, and you have to deal with them and weed them out. Get that negativity out of your life. I mean, I've seen Shannon. Shannon's she's been chatting in the chat room of one of the chats, and she's retired. She's backed away from all this stuff. It's because of the drama and stuff like that. Why face all this BS when you don't have to?
Yeah, I took a few months off last year when I was on an investigation and something happened during the investigation that wasn't drama. But yeah, there are things that happen that, we all need to take a step back, and we'll either slowly get back into it or just get back to it or walk away. But yeah, it's a thing of love, and that's what's great about it is it's there when you want it, and when you're not ready for it, you can step away, and it'll be there when you come back.
Yep. And that's why I stepped back from it for a while. I mean, I haven't done shows about 2 months now, and you heard Emmy talk about why and her reasons and stuff. I mean, we are human beings. We have personal lives and stuff, and we have to take care of our personal lives first. I mean, our health is important.
Right.
Our families. This is we love doing it, but this is not a big priority. Your health and your family come first. Always.
Right. And that's one thing I'd like to share too about you and the Paralanx, or Paralanx and Parapost, is when I had a month ago something come up on a Tuesday night, and it was like 10 minutes to broadcast time, when I was like, hey, I can't do the show. I have a family emergency, or family thing came up, and your guys' response was, hey, that's fine, reschedule it or just let it go. Don't worry about it. And I was and you probably could tell, I was in the mind space of, I'm a paranormal podcaster. I gotta do my show. I agreed and committed to the show. But yeah, you guys were real supportive and have been in helping me through what I'm going through. And so, yeah, I appreciate you guys. And it really is, I would say, for anyone looking to dip their toe into podcasting, vodcasting, whatever you want to call it, this is a network I would highly recommend, because as long as you don't go way out in left field beyond decency, you pretty much will be able to have a show of whatever you want, any topic you want. They don't tell you what you can and cannot have on your show. And so that's one of the things that I'm real appreciative of. And I even was talking with Howard about an idea for this show that I'm toying with, and he was like, do it. He didn't even really ask me what it was at first. He was just said, do it.
I can't question nobody else's shows. I mean, if you watch my shows, you know what I'm about and how it comes from a decent show at the beginning. When I first started doing them on Wednesdays, and have Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday is a really good talk show. Thursday, it gets kind of raunchy, and Friday, it's totally train wreck. It's raunchy. It is what it is. And that's why it's on late at night. But yeah, I mean, I can't tell nobody, no, you can't do that on your show, but I'm doing it twice as worse. So I'm not going to sit down and tell you not to do it. Do what you think would, do it your way. We scouted you and we looked at you, and then we gave you the opportunity. We like what you do, and we trust you.
Yeah, and so with that being said, I am going to say to everyone, please go to Eventbrite, get your tickets, get your vendorship if you're wanting to have a booth. And if you want to know any more information, the links are in the description. They were on the video. You can pause it. There is, I believe it's paralanx.com, or what's the website's address? FearFest Paralanx.com, I think.
Ours is something like that.
Or there's a Facebook page.
We have two Facebook pages for FearFest, and they have the links in there. You can Google us. There's two FearFest. One of them is supposed to be taken off. It's for a later date, but it's going to be the September 29th, September 30th, October 1st one. And you can Google us and just click on that, and it'll bring you to the Eventbrite page, or you can go directly to Eventbrite and just type in FearFest 2023 New Orleans, and it should pop right up for you.
All right, and we hope to see you all there. And with that being said, I will go ahead and launch our outro, and we will call it a night.
Thank you, Michael, for having me.
Thank you for coming on.
You have just listened to The Energy That Surrounds Us with your host, Michael Koff. Be sure to tune in next week for our next episode.